Fireflies, I am Bikashi Star and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing yet another speed build for the Isle of the Midnight Sun. I feel like I do nothing but speed builds for this challenge, and I don't know, it's a little I want to say overwhelming that I do so many speed builds, but the thing is, I really, really love this challenge. For those of you who haven't noticed already, I'm seriously in love with this challenge. I just love this challenge. I just think it's so amazing and wonderful, and I just love playing this challenge, and I want to share every little bit of what I do with Todd and Bayou, and their life together. And I don't know, I just really, really love this challenge. I love these Sims, and I just kind of want to share everything with you guys because they're just amazing and wonderful and phenomenal, and I love them so much. So as you can tell right now, we are redoing their entire house. Their entire house is being done. So off screen, what I did was I completely emptied the house. I took out all the furniture, all of the decorations, everything. I took everything out of the house. So at the very beginning, you saw there was nothing but an empty shell of what the house used to be. I also took off all of the paint because I thought I was going to put brand new paint on it, and my whole backstory was going to be that Bayou decided that she just wanted to redecorate everything, and so that's why everything I took all the painting, all the wall painting off, wall paint, there we go. I took all the wall paint off and all of the tile and things like that because I was Bayou is just gonna come in and redo everything because it's her house. So now Todd is no longer a bachelor, and now Bayou is there, and that she's gonna nest and do all this stuff. But then I ended up not doing that, and I ended up using the exact same paint that we used to have. But I think it's just because I had the house styled one way, and which to me I think it's modern chic with a little bit of industrial, and it's a little manly, masculine. But I think it's really pretty, and I really like the way it looked, and it took me forever to come up with that color scheme. So I thought, what the heck am I doing? It's going to take me even longer to come up with another color scheme for Bayou. And so I was nope, never mind. We're not doing that. It was just going to take me way too long, and I just didn't really have the energy to deal with that at that moment. And so we kept the color scheme the same. We're still using the grays and the blacks, or the grays, the whites, and the light blues. And we do put a little bit of black in there, and we do put white in there. And I don't know. I really love the way this house turns out. I think it turns out really, really cute. And so we make the house, is it 4 stories or 5 stories? I think it's 4 stories. And so what we ended up doing was we rose the kitchen from the 1st story to the 2nd story, and then the parents' bedroom from the 2nd story to the 3rd story, and then we put the nursery or the child's room up on the very top. So now the child also has their very own little patio step out place where I put some of the things that we need for when we're raising children, because the kids' room is actually really, really small. So I'm actually really happy that I put that patio out there, so then we could put the whole playpen there, and then we put the potty chair and a couple of different things out there on the very top porch. But I think it looks really cute. Oh, and then I'll talk about it now. I ended up putting ivy on the side of the house. And so we have ivy branches climbing up the side of the house, and then we have a little greenery over the porch. And I don't know, I just thought it looked really cute and really nice and really attractive from if looking at it from the outside. And so the 1st floor, which is what we're working on right now, I ended up I wanted that to kind of be I wanted it to be the study library area. And so we do have desks along one side, along with computers, and then another side we have some bookshelves for a library, and then on the other side, we have a little bit of like a living room area, which I thought was really really cute. I boxed it off with half walls, and I just thought that gave it like a really cool like division where it's not like completely boxed off and like put away, but like I don't know, I just like it came out really cute. And I did the wood type of half wall. I know this is making no sense because you guys can't see what I'm doing. And right now we're redoing the kitchen and then the bedroom. I'm basically setting everything up the exact same way that it was before. And so that's why I don't really spend a whole lot of time on these rooms and changing things, because you guys have seen me build and rebuild these rooms like multiple times. So I'm just putting everything back how it was. I did end up taking out that bakery thing because it was taking up too much space, and the Sims kept wanting to use it like over and over and over again. And I just didn't want them constantly using that thing all the time. So I just got rid of it because it was just too much of a hassle. And so I put in another countertop. So that's the only thing that I changed in the kitchen. Everything else is exactly the same. We did have those cooking books or cookbooks on the bakery thingy, but then I just ended up putting them on the counter right there, and I thought it looked really cute and adorable. Are we about to work on the first story? When I'm going to talk about the first story, I know I kind of like left it there, but I wanted to talk about it while I was doing it so that it would make more sense about what I was like trying to describe and talk about. So here we are. We're picking the computer desks, and I end up giving us 2 different computers. Oh, the windows. I messed with the windows a lot in this build. The windows that I had was the greenhouse windows. I had those at the very beginning. And I thought those looked really, really cute. I like the way they look in the kitchen. I think it gives the kitchen a really unique, different look. However, I thought the rest of the house needed a different look. I always said from the beginning that I kind of wanted to go with like plantation windows, and these kind of have that kind of feel to me. And so I really like the way that I like that I changed the windows. I think I did a really good job with that. Okay, here I am again, like, oh, why are you supposed to be changing the style of the house? So right now we're trying to change the paint color of the bedroom. We do end up changing it back to the same color that we have in the rest of the house, but this is kind of when I abandoned the thought of, like, do I really want to, like, redecorate the whole house in a different color scheme? Oh, we're working on the baby room. Yes. For you guys who have been part of my channel for any length of time, you will know that I love this wallpaper that we're about to put. Oh, no, we didn't put it up. This one right here. The little clouds with like the gray and blue and white clouds. I love this wallpaper. I use it all the time. All the freaking time I use this wallpaper. I just think it's super cute, super adorable. And here I am putting the nursery together. So I used the wooden crib from, I don't remember what pack it's from the Sims 3 store, but it's a pack from the Sims 3 store. We put the changing table up there along with the little walkie-talkies. We're putting the playpen out. We also put the little swing in the corner as well, so that way you put the baby in there and it swings back and forth and keeps the baby happy. Oh, and we did add a high chair into the kitchen so that we could feed the baby. Even though I never use the high chair, I just thought that would be a cute little thing to have out there on the porch when everyone's eating breakfast. And so right now I'm going through different accessories for the nursery. I threw some of the kid toys downstairs. The nursery is really, really small, and I was aware of this fact. So I didn't want to make it too cluttered or have there be too much stuff, because I was afraid that it would just be too hard for like the Sims to walk around and it would just look way too like weird and cluttered. So I tried really, really hard not to like overfill the nursery. That's why we do end up putting the kid toys in the library or study or living area, whatever you want to call it. And then I just put a couple of pieces of artwork on the nursery walls because I wanted to just make it a little homey and different and things like that. Right now, here we are working on the porch. I don't know what kind of style this is. I don't know what you would call it. But here we are. We're putting some faux fence up on the top of the porch to like, what's the word? Like block it off. and then we're making a terrace. Is that the word I'm thinking of? I think I'm thinking of the word terrace. So we're making a little bit of a terrace here. We're putting the little ivy flowers up, and I kind of really struggled here for a while. I was trying to decide what kind of flowers I wanted to use. I kept going back and forth between different colors. At first I wanted to like mimic the red colored flowers that were on the what are those called? Pillars. We're going to call them pillars. I was going to try to mimic those flowers on top of the porch, but I couldn't find the flowers that I liked that matched the color. And then I really just fell in love with those white little flowers there, and so I was like, I need to go with those. So I just thought they were super cute and super adorable. Oh, here we are putting the ivy on the outside of the house. I just thought this really gave the house a lot of character, and I just thought it made it really cute and really adorable. We're putting more ivy. This ivy was super expensive, you guys. I think every single piece was like $300. Every little piece of ivy was like $300. It was ridiculous. And then it was really, really hard to place it on the house. Like, it didn't want to do what I wanted it to do. Like, I would put it somewhere and I would have to flip with it and mess with it, and it was just really hard to place, and it took a lot of time of me just like working with it. And then another issue I had was that it just didn't align right. It just didn't look good on the side of the house, so I had to like really mess with it and build it and grow it up, and it turned out, I think, really cute. I think it turned out okay. Maybe we could add more to it later on, but I think right now it looks really cute and really adorable, and I really like the way the ivy looks on the side of the house. Here we are back to the flowers on top of the porch. Like I said, I really messed with the colors. I think first I went with like yellow and white, and I think even pink, and then I stuck with yellow and white, and then I realized that I didn't want all the flowers mixed together, but I just wanted one solid color. And so I think we figured that out at like the end, after I filled the whole thing up with like multicolored flowers. That's when I realized, I think I want it all to be one color. And so that's when I figured that out, and I think it turned out really cute. I just wish that I could have hung more like off the edges, which I guess if I used move objects on and the alt key, I probably could have done that, because that's like how I did on like the corners. But I don't know, I think it looked really cute. I think it came out really nice, and I just think it looks really, really good. And I think this is when I realized, too many flowers. Yeah. So then I just put the same flowers everywhere. Oh no, here I'm still trying to mix them. But we do work it out sooner or later, and I just think it looks really nice and adorable and really, really fancy. Again, this was also like kind of tedious and expensive to do. Like that whole little visual part right there was super, super expensive. I think right now we are going... we're finding seating for the chairs. Then we're going to put the computers up. And then my first thought was I wanted to separate like the study area away from the rest of the living space. So I put up the half wall. Yeah, here's the half wall. I put the half wall up first, and here I am trying to decide which half wall I want to use. The wooden one really, really spoke to me. It came with the Sims 3 pets, and I really, really liked the way it looked. I liked that it was woody, and that it was like really like natural, and what's the word? Earthy. I think no, that's not the word I'm looking for. But I liked the fact that it had the wood on the top, and I just thought it really matched well with the rest of the house. Because I mean, we have a lot of hardwood floors. We have the panels siding, and then I just thought it really just like fit into the whole way of the house looked. And so I just really like the way that it looks. Right now we're putting in this sectional couch. I think that was from... which one? I wanted to say Get Together, but it's not Get Together. Showtime. I think it was from Showtime. And here I am boxing off the all-in-one shower. Now, I know this might be a little random and weird, and you'll be like, Star, why are you boxing off the all-in-one shower? Like, that doesn't need to be done. It just looked weird to me. It really did. It just looked really weird to me to not have the potty sectioned off from the rest of the house, or the rest of the living space. It just looked really, really weird to me. So even though I know we didn't need it, I did it because I just thought it looked more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And I don't know. I think it still would be a little random and like awkward if like there are other Sims like either like watching TV or on the computer, and then you're in like the all-in-one potty. Like I just think that would be a little awkward like coming out of that. So at least there you have like a little area like outside of the potty to like fix yourself and then walk into the rest of the living space. So back to the sectional. I just thought the sectional was like so brilliant. I just thought it was so smart for putting that there. And then we ended up moving the half wall against the sectional, so that way the living room is separated from the rest of the living space. And then I started putting these lights. This is when I really started to experiment with lights for the whole build, because for this whole time I've been using the same light, my favorite light in The Sims 3. I've been using it everywhere. And so this is when I started to take like a little bit of like creative freedom for the lights. So we put these awesome little fan ceiling lights up. We put one above the living space because I was thinking, you know what? It's an island. It's probably going to be hot. They're going to want a fan on while they're watching TV to keep themselves cool. We also put one above the desks, so that way, again, if they're hot and they're like working on something on the computer, they could like cool themselves down from the ceiling fan. I also actually end up putting one in the kitchen. We take the light out that we have in the kitchen where the food prep area is, and we put one there. We also go back up to the nursery and we take out the light that I have there and I put one in the nursery, because again, it's a small room and it's an island, and I think it's going to be really, really hot. So I think even the child is going to need the little fan to like cool themselves down. Oh, and then even though these speakers aren't realistic, it's not like you can actually get the sound from the TV to come out of the speakers. I just thought it looked nice. I just thought it looked like pleasing to the eye, even though they're more for the radio than for the television. You can't listen to the television off of the speakers. I just thought it looked nice with everything there. Right now we're putting a work or piece of art on the wall by the stairs. They're the same piece, but I thought they looked really cute, staggered in different heights. We just put some really cute little puppy pictures of framed puppies on the wall, different colors. Right now we're doing a little bit of greenery, bringing the outside in. Oh, for those of you who might have noticed, I actually ended up taking the palm tree off of the island. For those of you who remember the palm tree, there was this one random tall, long palm tree on this side of the house that always clipped through the master ensuite into the bathroom. And so I finally realized that I could go into Edit Town and Edit World, and I was able to take that palm tree out. So now it's no longer in the way of everything. And I actually ended up, after I built everything and decorated everything, I ended up flipping the house. So I ended up, the house is now facing the other way, because right now the sun is shining in on the desks, the computer desks. And so I flipped it so now it would be shining into the living room. And the reason why I did that is because both the porches face that way. So of course we would want the porches to face the sun and not like away from the sun. And so right now we're working on the basements. I added that off screen as well. I didn't really think you guys needed to see me add an extra floor of a basement. And then I actually ended up moving all of the gardens down. So we have our main garden with all our vegetables as the 4th floor. We have our life fruit garden as our 3rd floor. We have our hobby room as our 2nd floor. And then our 1st floor, I'm calling the gym area because it's like where we have all our gym equipment. And I did all that off screen. I built all that up because I didn't think you guys needed to see me like move everything, because you guys have seen me mess with the garden multiple times. I didn't really think that was necessary for you guys to see. So right now we're working in the basement. We're working in the gym area, and this is when I really also started messing with lights. I just thought like the lights could really help brighten things up, and I was having a really hard time seeing things in the basement. So you see me for like a really long time messing with the lights. And so I bring lights in, I take lights out, and I mess with like the different types of lights. And the really cool thing that I did here is I actually separated the gym area of the room from the fish tank. So I put another half wall up that we have in the living room, and so I have all the fish tanks on one side of the room, and then I have the gym on the other side of the room. And I actually ended up buying a logic table for Bayou. So I think I'm going to have Bayou start learning the potions, because you can actually do quite a bit of stuff with the potions. And I think if we make enough potions, we can actually sell them. So I think that would be really helpful for us as well. Here we are putting up the half walls and putting the fish tanks out. I actually ended up buying us another fish tank, and if we really like this whole like fish farm thing, then we could totally fit in another fish tank right there. So I think we might actually end up doing that. I don't know. I just think that would be really cool to have like a little bit of a fish farm and like breed fish, especially death fish, which we're currently doing. So here we are setting up the gym. I ended up putting bricks right there. I just thought that was really cool. I think it really pulls in like the whole like pulls in all the floors together. And I just thought that looked really cool. We're putting more speakers up. Again, we don't need that many speakers down here, but it was just aesthetically pleasing to the eye to have like 2 speakers there. I put some random posters up on the wall just to give us a little bit of decoration, and that way we're just not looking at like a plain random paneled wall. We use a lot of wood in this build. I don't know why. I don't know where in the world Todd got the wood for that, but I think it looks really nice, and I really, really like the way that this build turned out. I think I did a really good job. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I really, really like the way it turned out. I just think it looks really gorgeous and really pretty, and like all put together, I think it just looks really, really nice. We also finally gave them an easel so that way they can start painting and start having another way of income to come into the house. Right now we're trying to find a bar of some kind so that way they can get juiced a little bit and make themselves drinks. So I think I just ended up settling, I don't remember what pack it's from. I think it's just like base game. Yeah, I think it's just a base game bar. And here I am struggling so much with trying to figure out how to set up this room. I finally realized, you know what, let's use the half walls. I don't think I've actually ever used half walls before in my life for The Sims 3, but I think they look really nice, and I think it's a really good like divider of the room. So I put our little smelting thing on one side, I put our nectar making thing on the other side, I pulled out our gym cutter, and then I also pulled out our fortune cookie maker, which we're totally going to start using that because I just think it's super cool and awesome. We put a couple more speakers up just so that the Sims could have music to listen to as they work, and then I tried to find something fun for the Sims to play with in this room. And at first I went with the darts, but then I got rid of that and I put in a foos table, and then we actually end up putting a carpet underneath, and we end up centering it on the carpet. Now that looks a little weird because it's like kind of like out in the middle of the room, but if I wouldn't have centered the food table in the middle of the carpet, I think it will look even weirder. But again, I really like the way this build turned out and what it's like turning into and like how it's becoming, because I just think it looks absolutely amazing. I just think it looks really, really nice, and I really, really like it. Right now we're messing with the bar, making it a little bit darker to fit in with the rest of the room. We're getting some rugs out just so that the floor doesn't look so hard and cold. And then I think that's it. I think we'd mess with a couple of other things in the house. We just do like a quick run through to make sure that everything flows nice and works good. We do end up putting some signs up on the wall in the corner. Yes, we're going to do that right now. I always love these signs. I just think they look really cool. And it's something like you would have like in a garage or something. So I thought that would be perfect in like a hobby room. We end up going upstairs because the wall in Todd and Bayou's room is like a little plain. And I thought that looked really weird, and I thought it needed something on the wall. However, I didn't know what I wanted to put. And so we actually end up moving their dresser and their mirror onto that wall so it doesn't look so weird and like plain and awkward. Right here, I'm just like going through lights, making sure we have enough lights to light up everything, because this build is actually really, really dark. Oh, we ended up putting another all-in-one bathroom in the very bottom garden, and that is because I just felt like we needed a ton of different potties in this house. I just feel like there's so many floors, and we just need as much potties so that way the Sims don't have to travel up like 6 flights of stairs to go to the restroom. They just need to like travel maybe 1 or 2 and go to the restroom and not have to travel the entire house. Because I don't know, I just think that takes more time, it's more effort, and it makes things like really, really awkward and like long. So there we go. We are done with this speed build. I don't know how I did with this. I felt like I just like really, really rambled and I didn't really explain things very well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little random speed build and my rambling. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I know a lot of you guys are. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys and become besties. And if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and become part of the Firefly family. I hope you guys are having a grand, glorious day. Bye!